Hey guys, welcome to Immortal Realm. Let's start our list. On number 10 we have Dragon Vessel Martial God. In the Kowloon continent, the warriors are respected and blood determines the achievement of life, and the strongest of them is the dragon blood. Jian Ting is our main character. He was bullied by his family for his low blood grade. As usual, our main character is a trash who gets bullied by everyone. But in all these manhwas, we have one thing, and that is the plot armor. And so the main character gets a mysterious power, and that power helps him to get extra help from his ancestors. So with this opportunity, he works hard to train his blood, and he promotes his martial arts to god grade. He vows to give everyone who looks down on him a slap in the face, and thus he starts his journey of revenge on all those people who wronged him. The manhwa is kinda slow paced. Till 20 chapters, the main character was a wimp, a coward, an idiot. But after 20 chapters, we see a huge character development. In just 2 chapters, he goes from zero to hero. He becomes more ruthless and fierce. The art is decent, the story is also quite decent, so it's overall a decent manhwa. On number 9 we have a new manhwa known as Updater. To be frank, when I saw this manhwa, I was kinda skeptical to read it. But after reading 2 chapters, I was hooked to this manhwa. This is the story of the blacksmith NPC Aiden. One day, his village gets deleted by the hands of the system moderator, and as he and his little sister Alice perished, he swore to himself, "I'll destroy the system with my very hands." It was then that a mysterious voice rang. "You have unlocked moderator permissions. Moderator level 1. Aiden wakes up with a new power, and when he sees the power, he is shocked. What the hell? Am I a moderator? Well, this is a unique story. The most beautiful thing about this manhwa is the art itself. The art feels like you are watching an anime, so make sure to read this manhwa. Number 8 on our list is Athena Complex. This manhwa is basically based on Greek mythology. Suffering from a heartbreak after being rejected by Poseidon, the goddess of wisdom, Athena becomes a human to seek revenge. But she becomes a high school boy. There, she plots to befriend Poseidon's reincarnation, Adrian, who doesn't have the slightest clue about the world of gods. But will her sweet vengeance be thwarted by other opposing forces, or will her own one-sided love hinder her plans? This manhwa is really very funny and heartwarming at certain places. The art of this manhwa is really good. Number 7 on our list is Ultimate Outcast. Most outcasts are ostracized because they look different, talk different, or live different. And not every precious outcast turns into a revenge machine. After seeing his friend suffer a horrific incident, the once outcast Kang Hanyul decides to take revenge with the help of an ability he never knew existed. And here, the main character turns into a psychopath. The art of this manhwa is so good that you will fall in love with it. And the best part about this manhwa is it is completed. There are several cliffhangers, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, this manhwa is completed. Number 6 on our list is Psycho Revenge. You know, most manhwas have a normal, ordinary main character, but this revenge turns the main character dark. This manhwa also follows the same theme. Sungbin was an ordinary guy, but after the death of his sister, he takes on the moniker of Neon Mask. Now moniker here means a nickname. As Neon Mask, he becomes a psycho streamer and wages war on all the gangs. He believes that a debt of blood must be paid back in blood. To avenge his sister, he creates an ocean of blood, and as the name suggests, the main character here is a psycho, a total lunatic. The art and the action are top notch, and the most interesting part about this manhwa is the story itself. It's a new manhwa, the updates are kinda slow, but it's worth waiting. Number 5 on our list is Dokgo. Dokgo is the most underrated masterpiece. After Kang Hu's death from bullying, The family was torn into pieces. His younger brother suppresses his resentment and heads back to school. The story begins exactly 1 year after Kang Hoo's death, when his brother seeks to destroy the delinquents' circle, because they were the one who forced the main character's brother to his deathbed. Now the art here is very different to all the other typical manhwas. It is kinda unique. After reading a few chapters, you will adjust yourself with the art. The main character of this manhwa is one of the best main characters because you will see that he is cunning, he is intelligent, he is smart, and the most important thing is patience. When you are taking a revenge on someone, you need to be patient, like a hungry wolf waiting for its prey to come near. On number 4, we have another underrated manhwa known as Trace. This is a completed manhwa. The story is set in the contemporary South Korea. Some 30 years ago, unidentified creatures appeared out of nowhere and started attacking people. They caused massive destruction wherever they went. These monsters were known as Trouble, and they made the world fall into chaos. Well, there is a popular saying that if there is evil, then there is also good. Similarly, along with the first appearance of Troubles, some humans were born with acquired supernatural abilities. These mutants were known as Trace, and these mutants, called Trace, are the only ones who can fight off the Trouble. They are the last hope of humanity. The Traces are also considered freaks and generally are shunned by the community because some of them misuse the powers for their own interest. Now this is a very unique manhwa because this does not have one main character, this has two main characters. So the plot revolves around two main characters known as Saha Gang, a high school student born as a Trace who attempts to hide his ability, and the other one is Kim Yoon Seong, who acquires his Trace abilities during his early 30s. Kim Yoon Seong, the second main character, starts his journey of revenge because his wife and daughter were taken away from him for experimental purposes. The first half of this manhwa revolves around the first main character, and the second half of the manhwa revolves around the second main character. The author has written it in such a way that you will feel so many different kinds of emotions while reading this manhwa. The characters are so amazing and the art makes it so lively. On number 3, we have Rendezvous. After being beaten up by bullies, high school senior Yeon Kang wakes up from a coma, only to find the world in ruins from an alien invasion. The streets around him are littered and empty, with bullies out looking for their next prey. As he navigates this new world, despite being too weak, he is determined to find and save his friend Yonglin. Between the bullies, aliens, and this post-apocalyptic reality, he does all he can to survive and to find those people who bullied him. He has two goals. The first is to get revenge from all those bullies who sent him to coma, and the second is to find and save his friend Yonglin. This is a new manhwa, but it is very interesting. Number 2 on our list is Classroom of Murder. The main character is a school teacher. His son was bullied by his classmates until he couldn't take it anymore and he committed suicide. And so the school teacher, or you can say our main character, he takes a vow that he will not stop until he has killed all the students in his son's class. The story is the most intriguing part of this whole manhwa. So this manhwa is completed. But to be honest, I did not like the ending. Now if we talk about art, then the art is quite decent, but it is not too good and it is not too bad. This manhwa is not for kids because there are a lot of sexual interactions in this manhwa. This manhwa is highly underrated, so if you have not read it and you are a fan of hardcore revenge type manhwas, then make sure to read it. And number 1 on our list is Legend of the Northern Blade. This is the most interesting, intriguing, and excellent masterpiece. When the whole world was plunged into darkness, martial artists gathered to form the Northern Heavenly Sect. With the help of the Northern Heavenly Sect, people began to enjoy peace. However, as the time passed, the martial artists began to conspire against the Northern Heavenly Sect, because of jealousy, envy, and that eventually led to the death of the sect leader Jin Guan Ho, and because of that the entire sect was destroyed. As everyone left the sect, Jin Guan Ho's only son Jin Moo Won, who is our main character, was left behind. But Jin Moo Won was a pitiful boy. He didn't know any martial arts. He was totally innocent and normal boy. Jin Moo Won experienced so much pain, so much humiliation as a kid. But heavens still had not abandoned him. And one day, Moo Won comes across a secret technique that was left by the ancestors of the Northern Heavenly Sect. And thus, the main character secretly starts to acquire the martial arts of this heavenly sect, and he becomes overpowered. And as he becomes a young man, he sets out on a journey to take revenge on all the conspirators and the betrayers. The main character is badass. He is the definition of a true protagonist. Well, thanks for watching the video, and if you like the video, then you can subscribe to our channel. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.